If you're in the beauty industry, you're going to want to keep listening. Welcome to Salon After Hours, where the tips are on trend, the gossip is hot, and the advice is cutting edge. Grab your tea because we are about to spill it. Hi guys, it's Brianna with another episode. We have some fun guests on this episode, some you may recognize, and somebody who is new, and that is going to teach you how to style your wardrobe. All right, ladies, let's introduce ourselves.
I'm Danielle, the social media manager.
I'm Michaela, the content creator.
I'm Alena Le Blanc, and I'm a personal stylist.
Welcome.
And welcome to
Salon After Hours.
Well, thank you so much, Alena, for hopping on this episode. I, for one, am so excited to get into like styling and curating closets with you and just kind of get to know your business.
Awesome. I'm excited to be here. How fun.
Yay.
Thank you for having me.
Where can people find you?
Oh, yeah. What's your Instagram?
My Instagram is LeBlanc_label. So my last name is LeBlanc. That's my business name, LeBlanc Label.
Honestly, it's like,
Love it.
It's perfect.
it's so good. Like,
I know.
I love your last name.
When I first saw your Instagram, I didn't know that was your last name. So it's like, I don't know, it doesn't seem like a last name, you know? It just seems like super chic for like a business name.
It's just
Thank
too
you.
That's
fancy.
really it is super fancy. I love
Thank
it.
you.
But yeah, tell us a little bit about yourself, what you do, right? We know where people can find you on Instagram. Do you have a website? Tell us some information about you.
Yes. So I have a website, which is leblanclabel.com. I'm pretty active on Instagram and LinkedIn. I work with a lot of female founders and entrepreneurs to really help them stand out through style and really curate a wardrobe that feels elevated and aligned for their goals.
Interesting.
I love that.
Do you mostly work with women or do you work with men also?
I work with a lot more women than men,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a completely different experience working with women and men.
Yeah.
Really?
Like, men are really easy. They automatically trust you. Like, you're like, okay, yeah. And then they're like, oh, you think it looks good? I'm like, yep. And they're like, great. I'm like, okay. With women, it's a lot of more like, I think you're dealing with a lot more insecurities around different things, and it's a completely different experience, but it's more rewarding and it's more fun working with women.
Yeah,
I
that makes
love
sense.
that.
So you were saying that a lot of your clients are like entrepreneurs and like women in business, I'm assuming. Is that like your
Yes.
main kind of client that you're getting? That's interesting.
Yes, because I work with a lot of people who have very busy schedules and they need help looking good for different events and different traveling. A lot of them are speakers, so they always need to show up and really present themselves really well.
Interesting. Is there any clients that you can share that maybe we would know, like any, popular people that we would know, or do you mostly work with like smaller kind of more individual, they're kind of going to their job on a daily basis kind of thing?
So I'm like, I had to sign an NDA for some
Okay.
clients,
Yeah.
but I don't work with celebrity clients. I'm really working with people who have their own businesses or founders of bigger companies. I would say one of my clients was one of the instructors for Mirror, which was cool. So she was like one of the coaches on that.
Oh,
That's
Nice.
fun.
That's
Yes.
cool.
But
That
it's
is
like
really
really curating your
Yeah.
everyday wardrobe. So it's not like, I mean, actually some do more events and like carpets, but it's more of like, how are you showing up every day?
Yeah.
So
That
yeah.
makes sense. Is that to like something you want to get towards? Are you interested in
Celebrities?
doing,
No.
or you're more interested in?
Not at all.
Not okay.
I just think it's such a different
Yeah,
experience.
absolutely.
And for me, I'm like, I love the relationships that you build in the process of working with somebody and getting to know them and really helping them, I would say, show up like how I see them and just bring out all of the goodness in the person and really aligning their style with their personality.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And so as like a person who is interested in, getting their style kind of confirmed or, however they go about that, what is the first step that they would do to reach out to you? What's kind of that step-by-step situation that happens?
Yeah, so I always do a style like consultation call with everybody. And during that, you get to learn more about them, how they're feeling right now with their style. So a lot of people feel like frustrated or they're disappointed. They feel like they should know how to dress. And I would say a little bit of that is like shame and guilt when not everybody is born with this skill. And I totally believe style should be taught. So it's really understanding where they are right now and what their goals are moving forward and what they want to get out of working with the stylist. So that's the main thing. And then it's like after we decide we're a good fit, it's really understanding like how can we develop their style. So looking at inspiration, finding different words that really resonate with them, and then building upon that.
So, guys, I was actually one of Alena's clients, okay? I had the wonderful experience of that. And the part where she says, like, choosing words that go with your style, that part changed everything in my mind. Because I think I thought about style in a way of just, like, following trends or trying to keep up with trends rather than an actual, like, individual style. And finding words that you have in your mind when you go to put on clothes, like, do I feel confident? Do I feel elevated? Do I feel expensive? Which I think those were my words. I'm missing one, like free or something. Really changed everything because there's clothes that you just don't feel that in at all. You just bought it to fit in or just to, I don't know, stay up with the trend.
We're bombarded all the time with like ads and you need to be buying and purchasing, but very few people actually take time to get intentional and figure out what your style is versus, oh, I'm buying this because I saw somebody else wearing this, or I'm buying this because this is just what I saw a celebrity wearing or an influencer wearing. It's like bringing intention to your style, which a lot of people haven't spent the time doing.
When did we do that? How many years ago? 3, 4?
Probably like
4.
maybe 4 years ago.
4 years ago, and I still have that in my mind literally today. And my closet is still organized the way that she had it.
4 years?
Yeah.
Wow.
I know.
I need you to come to my closet.
Dude, she elevates you. I'm serious. Like, I just feel like an expensive little baddie now.
I love
Thanks
that.
to you.
So I have a question. How
Yeah.
did you get into this?
So really the pandemic.
Oh my gosh.
So for me, it was like this huge turning point because I was designing before. So I had gone to school for fashion design. I was a women's wear designer and I've worked in different categories within that. So I've done lingerie, outerwear, everything, dresses, wovens, knits, all of that. And then my company I was working for that I loved, they filed for bankruptcy during the pandemic and laid everyone off. So I was really in a situation where I'm like, holy shit, what am I going to do? What I went to school for and what I know is so specific. How am I going to evolve from there? And for me, it was, I had to do a lot of personal work and to really understand like what it is I liked about design and the tools that I had. And so I was like, I've always wanted to design to help women feel confident. And for me, I think that's really like why I'm here is I'm like to be creative and use that power to help uplift other people is really important. So I'm like, okay, I know I like that. I know I love clothes, but I didn't want to just design for another company and just like create more crap the world doesn't need. So I'm like, how can I help people and be more intentional and more sustainable at the same time? And it helps people start using more of what they have and getting intentional again on their style and making better choices moving forward. So educating in the process of like why it's important to like purchase this over this, or looking at key factors in like how a garment is made or the fabrication to really understand why it's important to pay more to get something that's a higher quality, to know you're going to get more uses out of it. It's going to fit better. It's going to look better, and just really hone in on the importance of that. So I started doing that, and then it's just like kind of grew and grew from there.
Wow. That's amazing and fascinating, honestly.
I love what I do. It's so much fun, and it's such a different way of being. I would say I'm not really in the fashion industry now. I'm more in the service industry, and it's just a different experience because I feel like I have such a bigger impact in doing what I do now as a stylist rather than a designer.
Got it.
100%.
And do you have like different packages for people, like depending on what they need?
So I have 2 different packages right now. One is like a 3 service package. That's really for somebody who is looking to like get a jump start and really build upon the foundation of their style and get more clarity. So that includes going through their closet. That's a shopping trip, and that's creating looks for them, which is super nice. And then I also, all my clients get an app, which has like their virtual closet. So think Clueless, but they're able to just access it on their phones.
Okay.
And then my other package is a 6-month package. And that's really geared towards those female founders who are really busy, who have events, who are traveling and need to look good all the time, but they don't have time to just like sit in their closet and like try things and see what works and see what doesn't. It's really about understanding their lifestyle and their needs and aligning their styles. So putting looks together is very easy. And then they just open up the app on their phone and they're like, okay, cool. I have this work conference. I know I wear this. I know it looks good. I feel great in it and I'm good to go.
Basically, you in the app put together their outfit for this.
Yes.
And then they just are like, oh, I have my white shirt there, my blazer there, and whatever. And then it's like, okay, Alena picked it for me. And I
Yes.
love it. And it's already in my closet.
Yes.
That's
It's like
super
it's
cool.
I
so
love
nice.
that.
And I would say people really love it just because it saves so much time for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're talking to
Yeah.
her. Yeah, I love that. Okay, that is so cool.
Yeah, I'll have to show you guys the app.
Shopping, like, does it depend on like what is their style? Like, where are your like 5 stores that you love to take people
I was
to?
gonna say that.
I think that's a little bit hard because based on the person, like the client's budget and what their holes are. So when I'm shopping, it's super intentional. Like we're not just shopping to shop. It's like, okay, we've gone through your wardrobe and we've identified like you need
Pants.
a hot pink blazer.
Oh, specific.
You know, like you
Very
need
specific.
that
Okay.
for your wardrobe for it to feel elevated and creative and feminine. So it's like looking for these key pieces.
Okay.
So I will take them to different places. Ideally, I like to take them to places that have a lot of stores in one area. It's a lot easier. So I go to like Broadway Plaza a lot. I would say I have a lot of clients right now in the South Bay. So going to Valley Fair, that mall is so nice. It's amazing. So I'm like going there is really easy because there's so many more options.
And then do you like look at people's figures and like what's gonna like fit best and like accentuate their best parts too?
Yes. So I think it's so weird because I feel like now there's like this like whole movement with Gen Z where they're like, you don't need to find clothes that flatter you. But most people want to look good in their clothes.
Yes.
Not a
And,
baggy
like,
t-shirt.
Yeah, so it's like understanding your body and what looks good and talk like I always talk proportions. I have a lot of clients who are petite or who are plus size where it's not as easy to just go in and buy something off the rack. So understanding like what your proportions are changes things and it makes shopping a lot easier too.
Yeah. I
That's
love
a huge
that.
thing because I
Yeah.
feel like when I was younger, I have long legs. So anytime I was buying jeans, there was no jeans that fit me until I
Yeah.
realized that you can buy jeans that are like the long version. And then my
Yes.
world changed. I was like, oh my gosh, this is way better because I hate when jeans are like, you know, above my ankle. I always
Yes.
like them,
High
like, really
waters.
long. Yeah. Oh my gosh, it was like the worst
Floods.
ever.
I feel like growing up, like I was always like super curvy, and it was like God, like back then everybody was like into Abercrombie and Hollister, and nothing
Yes.
like
and they
looked
weren't
good
made
on me.
for
They
that.
were like,
That's so hard.
they were made for like skinny twigs, and then I was just like, I was like really fit but just curvy, and it just didn't look that good on me.
Yes.
either.
And it's so hard too because brands, it's like there's no size standardization, so there's no consistency. So if you're this size in this brand, it doesn't mean you're going to be the same size in another brand. I do feel like right now we have a lot more options because there's like curve styles, which are great. And so they have a larger like waist to hip ratio, so you know it's going to fit better, or
Yes.
figuring out if you are petite sizing. And people, I think a lot of people think petite just means like really skinny, but I'm like, no, it means under 5'4".
I mean, short. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
So I think sometimes
Who
people are
just learned this?
confused. Yeah.
Just
So
learned
they don't
this.
know.
Yeah.
And then having tall styles, like typically I would say it's like 5'7" or 5'8" and above. So that would be a good option for you if you are tall or if you said like you have long legs. So finding those styles that fit your body. And it's really hard for most people to just buy something off the rack and know it fits perfect. So I'm always like, oh, befriend a tailor. That's going to change the game.
Yes, yes. Monica's Alterations, Ray Street Plaza is the best.
Oh,
I don't know if-
awesome.
Yeah,
Oh
her
my
name's
gosh.
Lynn
Okay.
that owns it,
Okay.
and she's literally the best.
Oh,
I have a
good.
whole
I'll
bag
have
of
to
clothes
write
I've
it
been
down.
waiting to take over there.
You
to
should,
get
yeah.
altered.
Yeah, she's
I
awesome.
need to go.
Yeah, it makes such a big difference
Because it
too.
just makes like it fit
Everything
you
fits.
good.
Yes, it's like customizing a piece of clothing to fit your
Yeah.
body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of my really good friends, she is super petite and she literally gets everything altered. Like every single thing in her wardrobe is like altered, and that's why it always looks so good on her.
Yes,
You
it
know?
makes such a big difference.
Yeah.
And you see that, like what I was saying earlier, I'm like, a lot of people think petite just means like thin.
Teeny tiny.
Yes, but I'm like, it makes a huge difference. So I have a lot of people that I work with that are like, everything is so long. I'm like, well, what sizing are you buying right now? And then it's like just a regular sizing. Typically, I'm like, well, you need to shop petite or short. And then they're like, oh my gosh, these pants fit. I'm like, yes.
Like, yay. That little tip goes a long way.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I need a book. I'm so excited. I love fashion and like wardrobes.
I love
it.
that.
So-
Well, and it's like you all do something really creative too.
Yeah.
So I'm like, your wardrobe gets to be an expression of that.
For sure.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that more. So, like, when you're helping clients or even just like making content on your social media, how does personality and, let's say, even their career play into what they're wearing, what their style is, all of that world?
I think it makes a huge like difference in everything.
Yeah.
Because before I start talking to a person even about their style, I'm like, I need to know your lifestyle, because there's so many great pieces I could recommend. But if it's like, oh, your day is like running around and you're doing things outdoors, you're not going to be wanting to wear like a silk dress, you know?
Yeah.
So understanding their lifestyle first, because I'm like, clothes should work for you. And then getting clear on like their personality and seeing what they've been wearing, how they've been feeling, and then understanding how, like, for me, color, I love color. So I'm like, how can we incorporate some different colors in your wardrobe to make it feel exciting? Because what I see often is people rebuy the same things over and over, and there's so much duplication. So I'm
That's
like,
me.
yeah, I'm like,
totally
that's
is.
so
I
common.
probably have like 10
Yeah.
white shirts, but to me, I'm like, okay, this white shirt is for this white shirt is for that. I feel different when I wear this one versus that one.
Oh, see, I'm
That's
not like
so
that.
me.
But if I like
Yes.
a fit, see, I'm the girl that's like, if I like how this white shirt fits and it comes in black, blue, pink, and yellow, I'm buying every single one.
Yes. I see that a lot.
That's
I'm like, I
that's
see
me
both of
for
those.
sure.
See, one
But
of
I'll
my
have one white shirt,
Okay, I know. I
You
probably
know.
have like 20
or like
in my
a short
closet.
sleeve and a long sleeve, because that's
Yeah.
different.
I have
That's
like 10 of
different.
each. to
I
be
don't
honest.
know.
Yeah. One problem for me though is I'm always like, I need to wear more color. And then when I buy more color, I never wear it. So I'm like, what is the point of me doing that? Because I'm never going to wear it because I don't feel comfortable or, you know, whatever. I just feel comfortable when I'm wearing white shirt or, you know, basic colors
Like
and
neutrals?
stuff like that.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So
Pick
then
it out.
I would recommend that you figure out like why.
Yeah.
Is it because not saying that this is you, but what I see often is a lot of times people are afraid to be seen, and it feels like putting themselves out there in a way that they haven't done before, and it feels really scary.
Interesting.
So I will often
could see
have
that.
them,
too.
where it's like
Yeah.
I feel safe and comfortable, like
In all black.
blending in, wearing
Yes.
black or gray or white, when color seems like so far out there that you're like, oh my God, I don't know, everybody's gonna look at me.
I've never thought of that. That's interesting.
I think that was me before. I had like so many browns, neutrals. I still love browns and neutrals,
Yeah.
but I'll add more colors into it. And like I have red boots on right now. That's
I know,
so
I love that.
unnatural, I feel like, to me, but it is like who I was almost before conforming a little bit. So I've gone back to like my more like core, like bubbly
Yes.
self.
Because I think, and it's like how there's so much that plays a factor in your style. It's like how you were raised, like what you thought of things, even like culturally, different colors mean different things too. So it's also like figuring out what that is for you. And I don't try to force people to like dress like me, because I know I'm like flashy and I'm like vibrant and flashy, but I do try to bring out more of what I see in people. So it's kind of like this knowing, I would say, of like, oh, this is kind of ridiculous, but I don't really believe in like color analysis, because I'm like, I don't think maybe what suits you the best makes you feel the best.
Ooh,
So
I like that.
Right. So I'm like understanding like what colors you feel good in, and
Yeah.
incorporating them in small ways is a good way to play with that. So like maybe you're like, I don't know, I can't wear an all like red jumpsuit because that's too much. So start like in small doses of like trying like in a bag or a shoe, and then playing and seeing what feels good.
Interesting.
Yeah. Because
I've never
I
thought
feel
of
like if
that.
it's like a 0 to 100 thing, you're going to feel
Yeah.
overwhelmed and just be like, and then you're not going to wear it, and you're going to be stuck with something, and it's just going to sit there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now,
That's
what's
me.
your opinion? Like, how often should you be like spicing up your wardrobe?
That's a great question. I love that. What I recommend people do, which not a lot of people listen to this, I think, but having a list, an ongoing list of things that you want to like add or fill to your wardrobe. So you're not swayed, because oftentimes we walk into a store, if you're like, oh, that's so cute on the mannequin or something, then you're like, oh, I'm just going to buy it. Instead, to like think of things that I would say if you try on something in your wardrobe and you're like, oh, I don't love this, and like understanding why, maybe you're like, I don't love the color, but I love how it looks. Then next time you're shopping, you're like, oh, I have this in the back of my mind that I really liked this wide leg pant, but I would like it in a different color. Or like just keeping a running list of things that you would like to add, even if it's like you see them on other people and you're like, I want to try that and see how it goes. I think that's really important. I wouldn't say there's like an actual time that I'm like every 2 months you should add something new, because I think it depends on the person. There's so many people who are like, I want a capsule wardrobe and I don't really want to shop, and everything should mix and match. And I think that's true in some regard, that I'm like, yeah, everything you should be able to wear it at least 5 times, like 5 different ways. But I think also it's hard now because you are constantly like pushed styles. There's always new trends and things that are popping up that you're like, in my opinion, I'm like, you don't need to fall into them unless it feels like something that really resonates with you.
Got it. Now,
But I will say, I personally will be like swayed. If I see something that's like a really cool statement piece and I'm like, that's so fun, no one has it, then I'm like, I've got to get it.
Yeah.
no, that is so mean. I'm like,
Just goes against your own advice.
No, I'm always like, no, this is a good like statement. Like, I'm
Yes,
like,
if
'cause
I'm
you could have,
swayed by
very,
statement pieces.
You could have very like basic clothes on, but like some statement, and it's like
Yes.
just draws the whole thing up. And I'm like,
Yes.
oh, I love it. Like,
Yes, I feel
I'm
like that
so
is
that way.
Yes, I love that too. Because I'm like, it could be like one thing that you're investing in, but it can change so many different things that you already have.
Absolutely. Because I'm always like, you could like literally say, I don't know, get like a really cool Gucci belt, right? But then like, and it's like so great. But then say you like thrifted your rest of your outfit. Like that one statement piece makes your whole outfit look bougie.
Yeah.
It just elevates everything. And
Yeah.
I'm like, I love statement pieces. Those are my favorite things. I
Me
will
too.
go get them.
Do you like statement pieces?
I'm a sucker. But okay, how big is your closet?
I actually have a small closet.
Okay.
Really?
Somebody asked me that recently, like, you must have so many clothes. I'm like, no, I just wear everything that I have. So it
Okay.
That's
feels
good.
Because I feel
new.
like I need to like simplify.
It feels
Well,
good to
that's
same.
simplify.
Yes, I
It
was
feels
like, I
good.
think that's where like people have too much stuff and then they don't get to wear the things
Me.
they love enough.
Yeah, or like holding on to it. At least
Yes.
for me,
That
like
one's for me
I was
too.
pregnant
Yeah.
for like 2 years with 2 kids, and so sometimes I'm like, oh, I'm gonna wear that again. But I'm like,
Yeah.
and then like my dude, he's like, no, you're not. Just get rid of it, and you can buy whatever you want when you get back to what you
Literally.
want to be. You
Yeah.
know,
I did that so much. I had to get
and
rid
I
of.
purged.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
I
feels
did.
good to get rid of it
Yes,
because
I
it like
did.
removes the decision fatigue when you go into your closet. Like you don't sit there and stare at all the options. You're like, okay, I see those colors, especially it being color coordinated now. I'm
Oh,
like,
good.
okay, I'm wearing like brown pants and I want to pair it with like this color, and I just go to that
Yeah.
section and it removes all the other options. It makes it an
Yes.
easy decision rather than like.
1,000%. And with like sizing, if you have something that doesn't fit and then you are always seeing it, you're just reminded that you're not that size.
Yeah.
That's not a good
Yeah.
feeling. So taking
Yeah.
that, I always am like, just even if you don't want to get rid of it and actually part ways yet, let's
it in the
just put
garage.
it somewhere else. Yeah, just put it out of sight.
Take it to the garage.
Yes,
We
I'm
did
like,
that.
put it in a tub, put it in a box. You don't need to see it because you're constantly reminded, like, oh, I still need to lose 10 pounds.
Yeah.
Or something that you're like, if it's out of the way, you're not thinking that. You're like, okay, my clothes all fit. I look great in all these clothes.
You know what?
Yeah.
You just reminded me of that tub that I have those clothes in from 4 years ago. I think I should get rid of those. I don't think they fit.
Yeah, you
still.
probably haven't missed them.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, or like by then it's like, well, like the trends change,
Yeah.
and then you don't
Yeah.
want it
Well, it's a
anymore.
pair of
and it's
jeans.
been
You evolve.
sitting- yeah, it's been sitting in your garage for 4 years.
Yeah.
So yeah,
You
that's
haven't
why.
missed it.
Yeah, I purged.
I think
That's
about those jeans
good.
sometimes.
I did. I was like, you know what? By the time I get where I want to be, like I'll just buy new.
Yeah,
you
I
know?
think that's important too. It's like, are you going to want to wear the same things that you were wearing? You've changed. Like
Yeah.
you've had 2 kids. I'm sure your life has changed
Yeah.
too. Like a lot of those you're not going to even want.
Yeah. So
It
just
doesn't
get rid of
represent
it.
you. Yeah.
I feel like one problem that I have is like, I don't have a big closet, but I feel like I probably do have a lot of clothes because I often have
Well,
to
you
buy
just
a
said
lot
you
of
have
hangers.
20 white
Danielle, I
shirts.
think you have a big
okay,
closet.
Yeah.
You have a
no,
big
I
closet.
I do. And then I
Trust me.
I
That
find
thing's large.
myself-
You take over Eric's closet too. I have a
for
feeling.
sure. And
Eric.
every couple months, I'm like, I have to buy new hangers again or more hangers again, and get where are all my hangers going? But no, I'm just buying too many clothes. So like, okay, two problems I have. One is that I have a lot of clothes, but I always go for the same things, which I'm assuming is like, a lot of people do that, right?
Comfort
I don't know.
zone.
Like I always
Yeah.
go for like the same like 10 things. And
Yeah.
then my other problem is that like something I recently realized is I would buy like a piece, like a shirt or like a pair of pants or whatever, just because I liked it. And then I would struggle to figure out how to style it. So then I would never wear it, you know, and that's often like a problem for me. So then lately, like when I'm buying things, I'm like, okay, but how would I wear this? Like, what would I pair it with
That's
that I
great.
already have? You know, I had to like change my mindset
I love that.
because that would happen too many times to me. And then I just have too many pieces that I never wear because I'm like, I don't know how to style this. It doesn't look good with the jeans I have or, anything like that.
Yeah.
I
those
love
are-
that. That's
Yeah.
so good that you've already shifted your mindset
I had to,
to that.
I had
That's
to change that.
impressive.
Yeah.
I'm impressed because, yes, I do think when you go into a store, you shouldn't think like, oh, I really like this. Oh, but now I need to buy this and this and this because I have nothing that goes with it.
Yeah.
So I think going back to like pieces that you have and understanding different ways to wear them and even trying, I think people too often don't try new things either to see like, people will be like, oh, I wear this top with these black pants and that's all I wear it with. And I'm like, why? I'm like,
there's
let's
so much
try.
more to
Yes.
life.
Or I'm like, you have all these different cool pieces. Like, why don't you wear it this? And they're like, oh, I never thought about it.
So you mean like what they already have in their closet, they're not trying new things or like
Yes.
trying to pair new things, like taking a moment to just try different things on.
Yes. But I'm like, a lot of the time you don't take the time to do that. That's why I'm like working with the stylist is nice because it is, again, like taking that time for yourself and understanding why you've been wearing things and creating kind of a plan to move forward and understanding like, okay, I'm going to pull a color out of this print or let's pair it with this texture because it makes the outfit more interesting.
Yeah. You taught me so much with that. And layering and adding things and taking away things, like knowing when it's too much or not enough.
I
Yeah.
need a book.
It's so
We'll make a reel.
same.
We'll
so
make it fun.
satisfying. Yeah.
We'll make a fun day out of that.
Yes.
I'm curious. So when you had mentioned something earlier, when you look at people, you can kind of get some sort of sense about their style or something. What does that like entail? I'm curious.
I think it's just like in my head, but I can like,
Yeah.
get, like,
No, I mean that's like
somebody actually told me they were like, you're really clairvoyant. So like you can see things.
I was just going to
that
say
are
you're a
not
mind
there.
reader. You're like,
yeah. So it's
in
like,
tune.
I can picture like if you were to tell
She's
me
like,
a little
"No."
bit about your style or
Yeah.
like what you would want, then I'm like, oh, I can like picture how I see you dressed.
I think that's super cool. That's super interesting.
Should we like do one? Like
I feel like
Okay.
yeah.
Tell me. Okay. Let's.
Yeah.
Danielle,
Oh my
let's
God,
do it.
Danielle,
So
I'm
fun.
Tell me.
nervous, but I'm excited.
Okay. Tell me like a little bit about yourself and how do you want to show up? How do you want to feel? And then also, how do you want to be perceived?
Okay.
On the spot.
So I'm in my mid 20s to start. So I kind of want to keep that style as young, but not too young, like not a teenager, but like maybe a little bit more mature. For work, I go to an office almost every day. So a lot of my closet is like business casual, blazers, trousers, heels, all that kind of thing. Outside of work, I mean, just the regular, I don't really work out too much. I probably should. So I have some workout
It's the
clothes.
thought that counts.
Yeah, I try,
You're girly, I feel like.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah,
I am
you're
pretty
girly.
girly. I don't have like a lot of accessories. I feel like, and that's something I'm trying to get more into. I don't accessorize too much with like jewelry or like belts or things like that. I feel like
That changes everything.
It does.
Honestly.
Yeah, I've been
These,
trying to get into
little
that.
accessories elevate your outfit so much.
no, yeah, I've been trying to get into that more, but I don't know. Sometimes I put on a belt and I'm like, it just doesn't look good on me. I don't know why, and I'm just like, it can change the whole outfit.
Yeah.
But yeah, my style is more girly. I like to be comfortable, like in the fabrics and things like that. And definitely when I'm at home, like it's for sure oversized hoodie and like leggings all day, every day.
Okay. And then how do you want to feel?
I want to feel elevated, and I want to feel comfortable, and I want to feel confident.
Okay. Well, okay. So when I'm thinking about this right now, I'm thinking that you should explore different textures, especially since you said you buy a lot of duplication.
Yeah.
So looking at those items, like if they're all the same fabric, how can you incorporate a new texture into that? And saying that you like more of a feminine style, then including some fabrics that are softer, I think helps. So even if I'm just picturing kind of like, well, you said black, but I'm like, if you were to wear like a black sweater that's maybe like cashmere, it feels luxurious, it's elevated, and it has a texture. It's a good way for you to start to step into that role of feeling elevated. So it's like finding something that feels soft, and it is, to me, like I think of soft like feminine too. So something that is like going to feel really good, and you can start playing with like different necklines. So instead of just being something like that is a scoop neck or like a crew neck in the sweater, like try something that's maybe like it's a cardigan and it's low and you can pair it over things, and maybe the buttons are a little bit different and they're like pearls or like something cute. So it's playing with these things so you don't have to think about accessories as much, because that's part of the garment too.
I feel like for me, it's easier to have more style in the fall and winter with the layering, and you can kind of do more things for me. And then for summer, I find myself just like shorts and a t-shirt like every day, something like that. So I guess one thing or one question I would have is like, how do you still have that style in summer when you're not wearing as much clothes? You know what I mean?
Great
I think
question.
that's a good question. And I do think it's like looking into different fabrics that are going to be lighter weight, but still look really good. So linens are great because they look very elevated, but you're going to get a lot of airflow with that too. So you're not going to be hot. And you could try like a cute vest and short set that's linen, and it has more of a tailored style.
That'd be cute.
That would
That'd
look
be
really
so
cute on
cute
you.
on
I could
you.
totally picture that.
I like that.
When are you booking your
I
appointment?
I know.
This is great.
I actually really do. I didn't think I did, but now I think I did.
Danielle,
Now I know
your
I do.
closet needs that.
I know. Oh god.
I could totally like visualize you wearing
I would
that.
be
It would
so
be so
excited.
pretty.
I
Oh
know.
my god.
It would look very cute on you.
I'm excited. We need to
You've
do
got
this.
2 new clients.
I know, literally.
I visualize this.
What are some upcoming trends that we can see? Something for summer, or just like trends in general that are happening right now? What are your thoughts on those?
I would say a good shift is not focusing on trends as much, but as on colors. And so incorporating some different colors into your wardrobe is really helpful, and thinking about the shift in seasonality. So I would say swapping out black for brown is going to make a really big impact in your style, because it looks really good with so many different colors. And it's just swapping out that neutral. And so many people are used to black, like me being one of them. I'm like, it's easy. It's a great go-to. But even switching that out to brown or like a cognac or a tan, it just feels lighter, and your outfit is lighter, and it works better for different seasons. Also, just playing with different color combinations. So I love light blue paired with brown. It looks like really expensive. It looks really nice, and it's lighter. And then I'm a big, like, I like vibrant colors. So I'm like, I love
No
pinks
way.
and orange. I know, surprise. I love like pinks and oranges paired together, or also playing with complementary colors. So like yellows and purples are great. Blues and oranges together. It
Green
just
and
feels
red.
really, yes, green and red. I love that, because it just feels different, and people don't expect it as much, but it looks really good together.
Yeah.
I love that.
Interesting.
Me too.
So obviously, Bree owns a salon and everything. What's kind of the importance of stylists or just people in the beauty industry, fashion, kind of that whole world? I guess let's get into that.
I feel like salons are so interesting, because a lot of the times most people do wear black just because you're like, I don't want to worry about like dye and everything getting all over me. But I think it's so fun because everybody expresses themselves so differently through their clothes. And I love that about salons, because I'm like, you do such a creative thing. Like, you're changing and creating transformation in people, how they're looking. So for you to be able to like go in every day and be like, okay, I'm going to put this like fun look together, it makes a big difference. And also I see this with salons too, where I'm like, you are also inspiring clients.
100%.
Absolutely.
You know, like I'm sure they're asking you like, oh my gosh, I love that. Where did you get that? So it's like you are an inspiration to them and you have this freedom to be creative where some other fields don't feel they can be as creative. And so I think it's really cool to see because going into different salons and they have different vibes and like the stylists are very different at different places too. It's a way that you get to interact with people and share your personality.
Express yourself.
Yes, I'm like, it's so cool to see because I'm like, all of the stylists are so different too, but I'm like, you get to see who they are, even if it is like an all black look, you're still seeing like, oh, what they're wearing, like, oh, they're a little edgier, or like, oh, she's pretty glam. I like that. So you're drawn to people because of what they're wearing.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, my clients are always asking me little things, like even if it could be like makeup tips, like they're gonna like, I've been wearing a brown eyeliner a lot, and they're like, "What brown eyeliner is that?" Like they'll look at like the smallest details because they're like, we're in the beauty industry. They're looking for tips even for themselves. You know,
1,000%.
So I always tell everybody like, you want to show up. Like you want to come shown up to work.
You
like,
feel better when you do too. And especially being in the creativity field, like it's fun to feel that creative like right before you even get to work.
Yeah.
Yes.
I agree.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's all sort of your entire look together too. It's not just like putting on a really good outfit. It's like your hair and your makeup change everything. Because you know when you see somebody and you're like, oh yeah, they look really cute. And then you're like, if they just did this, it would like take it to the next level.
Yes. Yes. I'm always like, you guys have to pick like, you know, if you want to do a cute messy bun, I love a messy bun, but you got to do your makeup.
Yes.
You know,
yes.
you
It's like balance.
Makeup. You have to have some balance here. We can't just like throw in the towel on everything.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. You know?
But it makes such a difference. I was just thinking about this recently too with hair. I'm like, how your hairstyle changes so much in your look too. Where I'm like, even like putting together an outfit because I'm like, I cut my hair pretty short.
It's so
a
cute.
few months
I know, I
ago.
love it.
Thank
love
you.
it.
I love it. And I'm like, oh, I feel more fun and it makes getting ready a more fun exercise too, where I'm like, oh, everything looks cute with short hair.
Oh,
So
cute.
I love that. Oh man.
Yeah, and I feel like just in general, like, you know, your outfit, your hair, your makeup, it all brings a sense of like confidence to you and how comfortable you feel. Because I know I can literally see like the difference in my personality when I'm feeling comfortable. My hair is clean and not, you know, 5 days old and oily. My makeup is looking good that day. My outfit is like, you know, on point. I notice a difference in my personality. Like I'll be more outgoing. I'll talk more versus like when I'm not, you know, feeling the best, I'm definitely more quiet, more reserved. And like, you know, I don't want to speak up as much because maybe I don't want attention on me kind of thing. And I'm assuming a lot of people are like that, right?
Yeah.
Yes. And I feel like people are attracted to your energy when you are feeling good and you're feeling confident. Like people want to be around you. People are actually nicer to people who like put in effort into their look.
100%.
Absolutely.
Yes. Like people are treated differently when you like walk into stores or restaurants based on your appearance. And I think it's not just your appearance. I do think it's like your energy that you are carrying with you too.
Yeah, just like your first impression. I mean, ultimately, if you don't speak, right, they don't know anything about you.
Yeah.
Your hair, your makeup, your outfit, your just vibe is going to come off somehow. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Like if you walk in glowing because you feel good inside and you look good outside,
People can
feel
see that. Yeah,
Yes.
for sure.
I love that.
agree.
Yeah.
Interesting.
All right. I have a question.
Yeah.
Are skinny jeans back in style?
Dun, dun, dun.
I would say I go through so many wardrobes that I'm like, oh, you're not going to use that. You're not going to use that. But I'm like, save like your best pair because you never know.
You never know.
Yes, I'm like, you might feel good in it. I think right now it's a different shift too because people are really focused on comfort and it's like a wide leg or straight leg jean is just so much more comfortable.
Oh, yeah.
Especially once you've been wearing it for a while.
Yes.
Because I do have a pair of like skinny jeans that I love. They're so soft. They feel like pajama pants. But even putting those on, I'm like, oh, these are restrictive.
Yeah,
You're like my knees. I feel
I'm
them.
like, whoa, it feels weird. But I think just like keeping it and understanding like, okay, I can wear these sometimes because I've pulled them out like a few times recently and I'm like, oh, it works for my look. And going back to, again, like proportions and body shapes, I'm like, depending on your body shape, they look great, especially like I would say like on a lot of curvy girls too. I'm like, a skinny jean looks so good. Like you can't deny that.
Yeah.
See, I
Can't
got
deny
rid of
that.
all my skinny jeans. So if they come back in style, I unfortunately
You'll
will have
be
to do more
purchasing.
shopping. I got rid of all of them because that's all I wore. And then now when I look back at pictures of like me wearing skinny jeans, I'm like, yikes! Like,
Right?
that
It
was in
just
style, you know?
feels like a dated
Yeah,
style right now.
it does. But I think it's coming back. I think
Yeah.
we're like right on the edge of it coming back because just from what I've seen in social media, people are kind of playing around with it more.
Yes.
And I mean, right now I feel like too low rise
just
jeans.
gonna
say that.
Yeah.
Oh, that
I
is-
can't. I cannot.
I simply couldn't if
I
I tried.
No,
No.
I'm not doing that.
I mean,
one.
it is back. Maybe in the younger generation, I
Yes.
think more like.
I feel
mean,
like
I
you
don't
could
know,
pull
my
it off,
Honestly,
Danielle.
low
Yeah.
rise you could pull off.
You could totally pull it off. You
No,
have
I
like the
can't.
body.
There's
body.
literally no
1,000%.
way.
Yes, you could.
I
You can
just
definitely
would not
pull them
pull.
off,
That would
but
be
it just
crazy.
depends on how you feel.
You
Like,
might not
Yeah.
want to,
Yeah, true.
Yeah, I agree.
but you could. Okay,
Two
just throwing it
babies
out there.
later, I am not wearing low rises. You got me.
I
Butt
found
crack would be out.
I'm like, yeah, you have to think about what parts are hanging out of there.
Honestly, I'm like, oh no, we're not doing
Oh my
that.
gosh. I found these like old shorts like hidden somewhere in the back of my dresser and they were from Express. And then I looked at the inseam and I'm like, they were like this big. And I was like, and they were low rise. So I think the short was like this tall.
No,
and I was like, what is
literally.
this? I did try them on and I was like, I mean, they do fit, but I'm like, no.
Hey,
I
you're
feel
like-
so exposed.
You're like, you're like, I
you're
still got
you're
it.
showing out of both parts. I'm like, the top, the bottom, no.
That's funny.
No, I think back to the shorts I used to have, like quite literally.
Yes. It's like a belt.
No, literally.
A wide belt.
A wide belt.
Oh my gosh, there is that. Have you guys seen that one skirt that's like, oh my, it's from like some luxury
diesel
brand.
one?
Yes, that one. It's literally
It's
like,
like-
this.
yes, it's like a
quite
little
literally
tiny
I
that
think I've
big.
seen it. Yeah.
It just
And
like
people
wraps
like make
around.
videos like styling it and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm like, you
it's
can't bend over in that.
You can't. You just gotta walk straight.
You could
Hope there's
probably
no
wear it,
wind.
Dan.
Oh my gosh, it's crazy.
You just can stand.
No, yeah,
Yeah.
you can't do anything.
In a non-windy area, you're just like.
Yeah,
yeah.
you can't sit down. You can't bend
No.
over. You can't breathe. Honestly, no.
No, you
it's
can't
not
move in that
possible.
thing.
No. Yeah, no, that thing is crazy.
I love it.
Well, should we end this with a this or that?
Let's do
We
it.
shall. So, our this or that, we kind of just ask a couple of questions pretty fast. You just say the first thing that you kind of are gravitated more towards. So, Bree, you want to start it off?
Okay,
Okay.
skirt or jeans?
Skirt.
Mm.
I'm like a mini skirt shorts person. I
Really?
love shorts and I love short skirts.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll do the next one. Heels or flats?
Heels. It's just like a push-up bra for your legs.
I kind of love that.
Too. Leather jacket or trench coat?
Leather jacket all day.
Yeah.
I love leather.
I feel like I literally can imagine you in so many leather jackets right now.
Vintage thrift find or a designer splurge?
I would say vintage thrift find because no one else is going to have it. And I like
That's
pieces
true.
that no one else has.
And you're sustainable. You're a
Yeah,
sustainable
I
girly.
do try to be more sustainable. So,
Yeah.
but you could find a cool designer splurge like at the Real
Yes, you
designer
design.
consignment.
There it is. 2 in
That's
1.
true. That's true. Capsule wardrobe or closet full of options?
That's so hard. I'm kind of torn. I don't have a capsule wardrobe.
Yeah.
I have a closet full of options. Like
Yeah.
it's like a grab bag of things, but they do work together.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say more options.
Closet full of options.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. As long as
good
you
one.
wear all the options.
That's true. Not like me. Just have a closet full of nothing.
We can change that. I know that
Closet
sounded
full
so
of
sad.
Closet full of nothing. You have so many clothes.
I know.
though.
A closet full of my 5 options that I pick every time. That's what I should say.
Okay.
Well, did
We
you
can
see the
change
tip that she posted on her Instagram?
No, what was the tip?
When you wear something, you turn the
turn
hanger,
your hanger around.
so you
to
know you wore
see.
it.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And it's I feel like a lot of my clients started doing that to like understand what you're actually wearing because a lot of people reach for the same few items
Yeah.
all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So once you do that, you're like, shit, I'm only
And then
wearing
don't
these
reach for it
things.
the next time.
Yeah,
right?
and then you're like,
And then
oh, I
if
have
you-
all these other things I
Yeah.
haven't touched. I'll try to incorporate
Yeah.
that.
See, I get to that point when I have so much laundry that I haven't done of all my favorite things. And I'm like, okay, now I'm forced to wear the other things I don't wear because that's the only thing that's clean right now. And I haven't done laundry in a week and a half. You know what I mean? So that's
So
my
why do you
problem.
have all those other things?
Who knows? Who knows?
That's
Okay,
the
like
biggest
deep,
question.
yeah.
Dun, dun.
That will be solved in our appointment together.
If you tuned in and you feel like your closet needs some help and you need some help styling and just narrowing your options down and having a wardrobe stylist help you even on your fun occasions you're going on, sounds like you need to book an appointment with Le Blanc Label.
Absolutely.
She's ready for you because I know I am. I'm going to make a reel at some time in these next few months and we're going to do this.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Yeah.
I'm on board.
Well, thank you for coming
Thank you so much for having me. This was so fun.
and we'll
Thank
stay tuned
you.
for next time.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.